What if humanity suddenly got twice as smart? Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You open your eyes, and you realize something feels different. Not in your room, not in your phone, not in your city, inside your mind. Every human on Earth has suddenly become twice as intelligent. No miracle technology, no alien intervention, no decades of education, just a biological leap, a silent upgrade to the human brain itself. Think of the implications. Would wars immediately stop as people realize the cost of conflict? Would cancer be cured within months as medical teams collaborate at impossible speeds? Would poverty vanish as societies reorganize themselves? Or would humanity simply weaponize its new level of brilliance and create even more dangerous problems?
What intelligence really means.
When people talk about intelligence, they usually imagine IQ tests, math prodigies, and child geniuses who solve equations on chalkboards. But scientists don't define intelligence by exam scores. They see it as something far more fundamental. The ability to recognize patterns, to build accurate models of the world, to plan long-term, to learn from mistakes faster than others. If human intelligence doubled, it wouldn't just be faster thinking, it would be deeper thinking. It would mean twice the memory capacity, twice the ability to reason, twice the strategic vision. It isn't just that you solve math quicker, it's that you understand reality on a deeper level. Why things work, how systems evolve, how choices echo into the future. Humanity would move from reacting to designing its own destiny.
Global consequences.
The economy would ignite like a supernova. Innovation would explode. Projects that once took decades could be completed in a year. Automation would accelerate dramatically. From factories to hospitals to transportation, processes would optimize themselves. Entirely new industries would appear every few years. Biotech, cognitive engineering, energy synthesis, space architecture. But intelligence doesn't guarantee fairness. Inequality could worsen at first. Those who already understand how opportunity works, investors, technocrats, leaders, would exploit new possibilities long before everyone else catches up. Smarter elites would widen the gap faster than any wealth redistribution could fix. A population with doubled intelligence would not tolerate lies or emotional manipulation. Citizens would demand transparent decision-making, open scientific reasoning, and verifiable data. Propaganda would fail not because it disappears, but because people would instantly detect logical inconsistencies and hidden motives. Authoritarian governments, which rely on fear, ignorance, and confusion, would crumble under the weight of their own simplicity. Meanwhile, democracies would mature. They would become more rational, more stable, less driven by tribal identity. Elections would be less about charisma and more about competence. Science would accelerate beyond anything we've seen in history. Quantum computing would leave lab papers and become household infrastructure. As common as smartphones today, genetic engineering wouldn't just treat diseases, it would eliminate many of them at the root. Clean energy breakthroughs would transform the planet. Fusion, novel solar materials, orbital power networks. We might reach Type 1 civilization, mastery of planetary energy, in decades instead of centuries. Humanity would step into the realm of species that design their environment intentionally, not merely survive within it.
How the brain would change.
You would store information differently. Memory would sharpen, becoming structured and interconnected. Languages that once took years to master would be absorbed in months, pattern by pattern, rule by rule, automatically. Complex skills, instrument performance, engineering, medicine would no longer require 10 years of practice. Your ability to predict the future from data would skyrocket. Instead of guessing, you would model outcomes. You would see the invisible threads between cause and effect. And most importantly, you would understand yourself. Your fears, your motivations, your impulses, the story of your life, they would become transparent. Not because emotions disappear, but because you finally understand them.
The paradox, smarter not equal to safer.
But intelligence alone doesn't solve human nature. Even with twice the brilliance, our biology remains the same. We still chase social approval, status, dominance, control. A highly intelligent human can justify selfishness more elegantly, more convincingly, than a foolish one ever could. A genius villain is infinitely more dangerous than a stupid one. Technologies would advance, and so would risks. Bioweapons, autonomous AI warfare, and information manipulation would escalate faster. Humanity might unlock extinction-level threats before it learns how to govern them responsibly.
Utopia or Dystopia?
In an optimistic timeline, intelligence becomes a tool of compassion. We cure diseases. We stabilize the climate. We build systems that lift every person out of poverty. Cooperation becomes efficient, not because of moral preaching, but because people understand each other. But in the dark timeline, power concentrates into the hands of a few. Manipulation becomes subtle, invisible, psychologically flawless. Technocratic elites rule a population that is intelligent, but always a little behind. High intelligence without ethics is simply efficient destruction.
Final insight.
Doubling human intelligence wouldn't magically fix our deepest problems, because the future isn't built only by how smart we become, but by how responsibly we apply that intelligence. When human intelligence doubles, our responsibility must triple. Otherwise, we may not survive the very future we create.